Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Goldens in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I'm so excited to introduce for the first time an absolutely stunning boy we have for sale. This is Mr. Brown of Sydney and Finley's litter. He was born January 31st, 2020, so he's just about at that age of Puppy Academy, and he's been in training. He's received over 200 hours of training, and so we know his personality very well. His Recherche score is 877, 8 being that he is very dependent. He is one of the first to come, the last to leave our side. He adores to love on you, to cuddle with you. He's very affectionate. He's very sweet. He is a dog that just loves everybody and anybody. On the activity scale, he's a 7 out of 10. He is outgoing. He's not out of control, though. He is not hyper or high energy. This litter is actually calmer than probably our average English Golden litter, but in his litter, he's a little bit more outgoing than he is calm and laid back. In some other litters, I would actually put him as calm, but in his litter, he is a 7 out of 10. And then he is a 7 out of 10 on confidence. He doesn't have issues with submissive urination. He's not super shy. He's not the most gung-ho puppy and super fearless, but he's definitely just not a dog that's shy. He is a beautiful boy. I was taking pictures of him just a little while ago, and he looks just like Finley at his age. He's going to have that beautiful blocky head. He's going to be a bigger boy. His dad is our biggest English Golden that we own at 85 pounds, and I think he's going to be around 75 to 85 pounds. If I had to put a number on it, I'd say right around 80 to 85 pounds, but he is going to be big and blocky headed. He's a very, very light coat. He does have a little bit of dandruff, which is typical of English Goldens, but he is just absolutely stunning and a beautiful boy. Now, he's able to go home after graduating our most popular training program, Canine College, which is training till 16 weeks of age, which is May 22nd. Or he's able to go home after graduating master's program that's training till 20 weeks of age, which is June 19th. And then the third training level is our second most popular training program that's training till 6 months of age, which is July 31st. Now, we're getting a lot of people worried about coronavirus. We definitely understand that. A couple things I do want to talk about. First is that we are training our puppies. We are an essential business, so even though our state is a stay-at-home state, training dogs and caring for dogs is something that is perfectly okay. And because we have 30 employees, we don't obviously take them out on field trips like we used to, but we do give them car rides, and they're being socialized by all of our people here. Secondly, we are able to get him to you. We obviously have a delivery service where we can drive them anywhere on the East Coast and most of the Midwest. For the West Coast clients, we are able to fly them to you. And so we're not able to fly them in cargo like we used to unless it's a nonstop flight, which is most flights are not. But we are, because we train dogs, we are able to fly them in cabin to you. We can have a trainer deliver them to you, and we slash the prices so that it's not super expensive to fly a trainer to you in cabin, plus the airfare is actually a lot less than they used to be. And so it is definitely a possibility, and that's what we're doing. So we can get your puppy to you, or you can come here and pick up your dog. Obviously, you can do that as well. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of Sydney and Finley. If you click on those pictures, a video will show up, and where I summarize each of the parents. There's two things that make us differ from all other breeders. One, all of our dogs are imported from Europe. They're English Goldens. The second thing that really makes us different is our Puppy Training Institute. And what we'd like to do is to show Mr. Brown in training as of today. Now, he's far from perfect. Puppy Academy, they're not perfect, and so we're going to show you where he's at right now. If you want to see what they look like at 16 weeks and 20 weeks and 6 months of age, go to our Puppy Training Institute. But we're going to show him in training as of today, so you can see how well he's doing, how smart he is, and you'll get a lot of a view of his personality right now. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That it builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training, and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do canine good citizen. They're all very good trainers, and we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Karandakot. You will definitely want to buy a Karandakot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training, and this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate, and a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out, and a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Mr. Brown, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see pictures I just took of him. Right above those pictures are his prices for each of the training levels. Some people have a hard time finding the prices, so in this video, we're going to show you where prices are found on a typical page. But the prices you see in this video are not necessarily his prices. To find his prices, you do need to scroll down on his page. And then below this video is a link that says, click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond to you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to visit Mr. Brown. Again, this is Sydney and Finley's boy. Thank you so much, and God bless.